Doc Johnson here, the producer of The Reliant. I'm here at the set of one of the most difficult scenes to pull off at Woodbury Outfitters in Coshocton. In this scene, Kevin Sorbo's character, Rick, unholsters his concealed carry weapon and uses it to defend his family from a mob that is turning violent and threatening them.
What's it like out there?
It's chaos.
Leave us alone. Back off!
Little pop trivia for all you history buffs. What do the following genocidal tyrants have in common? Vladimir Lenin, Joseph Stalin, China's Mao Zedong, Cambodia's Pol Pot, Adolf Hitler, Korea's Kim Jong-un, Mohammed, peace be upon him. I'll tell you what they have in common. Gun control, weapon control. They disarmed their victims before they massacred them. Effective gun control. Gun control is job security for tyrants as well as for criminals. Our movie, The Reliant, doesn't even mention the Second Amendment. Yet subtly and winsomely, we demonstrate why we need to protect our God-given rights, including our right to keep and bear arms. Our Second Amendment says the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Our American forefathers penned this in the Second Amendment because they shared the Christian worldview and because they understood these natural rights cannot be infringed upon by a democratic consensus, by judicial tyranny, by a dictator. They come from God and they cannot be infringed upon except as punishment for a crime. One of our most generous executive producers is Tim Schmidt, the CEO of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association, and he said these words: I signed on to co-produce this movie because I believe it will have a powerful pro-gun effect on our society. Please help me and our country by supporting The Reliant. Why would a CEO of one of the most prestigious educational Second Amendment organizations in the world support an action movie? Because Tim Schmidt understands two things. One, cinema is one of the most powerful ways to impact our culture. And two, if we don't winsomely impact our culture, we are going to lose our rights, including our right to keep and bear arms. Watch this brief clip from our film in which Blake Burt's character, Jimmy, is having a conversation with Marissa Hampton's character, Anna Lee, and Molly Gray's character, Sophie.
Jesus told his disciples to buy a sword, just for self-defense.
2 of them.
I just don't understand your aversion to defending yourself. I am against killing people. And guns kill people.
And that's why the bad guys shouldn't be the only ones to have them.
It is not murder to kill someone in self-defense. You're being stricter than God.
Aren't you glad I'll be on the lookout with this? Or would you rather us be defenseless against the predators?
The passage of the Bible to which Jimmy's referring in this scene is found in Luke 22, where Jesus encourages disciples to sell a garment and buy a sword. And one of the disciples says, well, here's 2 swords, Lord. And he says, that's enough. So why was Jesus encouraging his disciples to buy a sword, a weapon? Is it because he wanted them to kill or assault innocent people? Or was it because he wanted them to stop killing and stop assailants? 92% of the time, according to a Texas A&M study, when a gun is used to stop a crime, it's not even fired. Did you know that in 1 Samuel 13, that disarmament was an indication that the government had become tyrannical and maybe resisted with God's blessing? Did you know that if you use lethal force against a criminal in your home, in the Bible, it was not even a crime? See, our American forefathers penned the Second Amendment because of certain moral underpinnings that we are losing in our day. They understand these rights come from God. They come from our Creator. They're inalienable. That is, they cannot be legitimately infringed upon except as punishment for a crime. Fear of crime is exploited today by our politicians as a reason to give up our right to keep and bear arms. But did you know that crime goes up, not down, when guns are outlawed? And when concealed carry laws come to states, crime goes down, not up? This is demonstrated very well in a multi-year study done by John Lott, Yale researcher, in his book, More Guns, Less Crime, which I'd encourage you to read if you doubt those statistics. That's why almost all mass murders take place in gun-free zones like public schools, and in cities like Baltimore and Los Angeles and Chicago, where there are more mass murderers per capita. Why? It's because the politicians have protected murderers and assailants and rapists from the threat of a law-abiding gun owner nearby who can protect the innocent. Your average moviegoer might not watch a documentary on the Second Amendment. That's us preaching to the choir. But they may watch a star-studded, action-packed, edge-of-your-seat, stunt-filled action movie that subtly and winsomely shows and defends the Christian worldview and our right to keep and bear arms. Would you like to join us, join the Reliant team, and help us impact the culture for faith and for liberty? Go to thereliantmovie.com, watch our teaser, and share that website with others. I really thank you for doing that. I also want to encourage you to go to the website uscca.com, become a member like me, and take advantage of their educational opportunities they provide to be a more responsible, better educated gun owner. Thank you so much. If you enjoy this video, I want to encourage you to share it with a hashtag, Honey, Let Me Buy Another Gun.